Good day everyone, Best for the Goats here. Now I planned to give you guys a scripted video today, but it's going to be behind production. So I thought I'd show you the new version of Tenpai that I took to locals yesterday and I've been working on. Now this is using the new support, but it's also playing the Sky Striker engine, which I've seen some players use. If you know me, you know I love Sky Striker, so I wanted to try it out. It did pretty well actually. It helped me break some boards. I've played slightly different versions to other players because of my locals, but and I'll show you some ideas I have for the deck in the future. Also, if you're interested, stay tuned to the end of the video because I'll be showing you guys, I'll give you guys some updates on the channel. So that being said, let's begin. 3 Hydra, this is the best starter in the deck. You summon it, you get the field spell, you can get an extender and go from there. Also, he lets you synchro in the battle phase. So this is part of your combo. You set your board when they can't interact with you because of the field spell. You then summon the first synchro, attack, synchro the second one, get the third attack in, summon the second synchro back, and you can just go from there. The new one, we have 2 copies of Gengoku. This card is basically the popular of the deck, because when he's added to hand, you can just summon him. So that means that he works well with the field spell or with a Sengen summoning, because you can then Sengen summon into your hand, summon something else, and send him off his own effect. Also, he is a searcher because he contributed, which means you can dodge things like Ash and Vela, and then bring out Hydra or any other piece you're missing. Now this doesn't work against Cerebus, against Skull Guardian and Voiceless Voice, which I found out the hard way, but still really good. Then we got 3 Shudras, and we're cutting down the Vadreda one because of the new card. So yeah, this is another part. This card lets us summon this from the deck. It's a tuner to make our synchro plays easier. Let's bring this back for further synchro plays. Basically, these just here chain into each other during the battle phase to do the maximum amount of damage. And to get all these, of course, we're still playing the 1 Magnum Moot to play during the opponent's turn. This got a lot better actually with the new sets, because the Centurion deck has now become a lot more powerful, so it's more legacy play, which this can respond to. It's also good at taking things like low out of the graveyard against Voiceless Voice. Not great against Snake Eyes, obviously, but my locals haven't seen Snake Eyes for a while, so yeah, it's been pretty good. Then we also have the Terraforming to get the 3 copies of Sengen Summoning. This card lets us search our pieces. It makes our cards interactable during the main phase, and it also, when popped, doubles the points of the monster, helping with the OTKs. And of course, finally we got 3 Sengen Summoning to both search and summon our dragons during the battle phase, but it also lets us just get, if you don't want to do it during the battle phase, if you want to do it under the protection, you can just get this, summon this, then use it to search the one you're missing. Now the additional engine I was playing today. I'm playing a couple of hand traps, but I also wanted to try the Sky Striker engine to help break boards. So we have 3 engage, 1 drones, 2 anchors, 2 afterburner, and 1 shotgun. I chose not to play the continuous card because this deck is trying to win in 1 shot, and that card is just a brick if the deck's working well. I can see the argument for giving yourself more of a grind game, but even if you do play that, you're possibly playing this worst striker at that point. So anyway, engage obviously lets us search these other cards and gives us a card draw. And drones is the main one we want to search. We go engage, get drones, go drones into Kagari back one of these 2, and then you can either do the search another card draw, or you can get another token to go into the Link 2 to remove monsters. Especially going to command with Widow Anchor, because you can steal one of their monsters to link off with. In addition to this, Widow Anchor and Afterburner are really good at destroying cards before you come into your Tenpai plays, making the boards far easier to crack. And this card is really good against decks like Tears or Snake Eyes at empty cards in the graveyard. You can also take a low from the Voiceless Voice players, so it's pretty good. Sadly though, this engine is not actually that good against Voiceless Voice, because obviously they're hard to interact with. So in that case, you would want to cut these out, play some hand traps instead that can deal with them. Like Droll Knockbird, probably the best one there. You can also play more Bastiles for that, etc. And for the hand traps we made, I used 3 Ash, 3 Imperm, and 2 Drolls. So again, this is voice, which there's 3 of them in my locals. This is for most things, and this one's really good because it doesn't trigger things like talents. It doesn't, and it can also, if you are forced to go first, you can set these for introduction going first or going second. You can just play these and win wankers before you play start to disable things that have stopped your OTK. And then we have the ball breakers, lightning storm, duster, and droplet. So one thing I might change in the future is I may cut one of these hand traps to put in some Regekis, because nowadays a lot of decks other than voiceless haven't got too many ways to stop this from just wiping the field, and then they're seeing ducks for Triton Dragon to blast into next week. This card is really good because not only does it negate effects, it can also help you dodge hand traps by sacrificing cards in the field, and it also have the points to make them easy to run over. In addition to this, it also fills up the grave with spells to make your striker card's second effects live. So yeah, in this build, I would really recommend this. And finally, we have the Prospies and Call by the Grave. Call by is self-explanatory. You don't want your starters negated before you can get the field spell up. But this card, this is definitely the best way to search through your deck to find the pieces you need. However, if you are playing on a budget, just know that you don't actually need this unless you play this. If you aren't playing with half damage because of this, then you can do the 8,000 damage without Triton Dragon. So don't worry picking up this deck if you don't get Triton Dragon. You can still do really well on a budget. And that was the main deck. So the idea was to do this on Tenpai plays while also getting access to 2 pops with the striker cards, or possibly if forced to go first, we can use the striker cards to get Espinal Knight, and we can also set up a Black Rose in the opponent's turn. Speaking of which, for the extra deck now, 1 Triton Dragon. This is the best way to win the game with this deck. You summon this, you pop 2 cards, including the field spell, it doubles its points. You've now got so much damage, you're pretty much one shot with this almost. Something for going first and negate, it's Disparter. Now obviously you want to make this before you're locked into Fire Dragons, but if you do going first, this along with your hand traps and the striker cards can be a good first turn board. Then we got 2 of each of the, we got 2 Singen Tenpai Dragon, 2 Bident. This is supposed to be a Woody Rose. I actually don't know where it went. I had it in the box, but it's just lost anyway. So with these are obviously part of your mainline combo. What you're essentially doing with these is you're making this before you go to the battle phase, so the opponent can't interact with it. You then swing with this, and the dragon you brought back, which usually be Pydra. You can then synchro summon with this and Pydra, get the 10. Attack again, you got 3 attacks. This comes back with its own effect. And now you've got a ton of damage from that alone. And that excludes any other card you have in your hand to further your combos. 1 Meteor Burst, which I never went into, unfortunately. It's a way to help you during the battle phase. This card actually came up a couple of times in bouncing back things on the Yubel board, because Yubel is a horrible matchup for this deck, so this was good to get rid of the cards that would deal me a ton of damage. And best card in the deck that's not a part of the main OTK, Black Rose Dragon. Going first, you can during the opponent's battle phase, summon this, blow up the board. A lot of decks just can't handle that. But it's also a good way to just clear a very difficult board you can tell with your dragons before trying to do as much damage as you can. Then we go for the links. We have 4. We have Spheres and SP. First off, explanatory. SP is the best card to make going first. It's a way of clearing something that's hard to out when you go with the OTK. And Spheres gives you access to Magnemute or a Hydra or any other Tenpai Dragon to make the Black Rose play going first I talked about. And finally we have the 2 strikers, 1 Azalea and 1 Kagari. Now Kagari is very obvious. You go drones, Kagari, drones back, play drones, go into this recipe to remove a monster. But this card, it's just it remove anything. If you've got 3 spells in the grave, it'll stick around after it removes something, and they can remove more things in battle. So this helps Tenpai break boards before coming to its plays, and also helps them clear what's left before going for the OTK. That is the main extra. I'm still working on a side deck at the moment. I'll show you some ideas I've had for the side deck. cross out if you want to go less strikers, more hand traps. You can play things like Nibiru and other hand traps to work with this. Like for example, yeah, I said Nibiru or Vela, Ogre, or where is it? Or Dimension Shifter. So that's the ideas for cross out. I'm still looking which one's the best. Talents, if I had Thrust, I'd be playing these. But boy, that Thrust, I think they're a lot weaker. What else could you play? If you want something going first, you can go Dimensional Barrier or Solemn Judgment. You can also side a Crystal Wing package to go first into your extra deck, and you can also play this with your Ancient Fairy Dragon to control the ball, which is something I did play in the event. And of course, there are options like Fenrir, which is not only another way of moving monsters, it's level 7, so that can help you make your synchro plays. If you want to get 20 level 10s up before the battle phase, for example. There are other options you could choose, like, also I really like this. If you're playing something like Voices Both, I've got a lot of lights in the graveyard. I want to set this in because it's another way to get off Magma Root if you already have your combos in hand and I don't need to search a Tenpai card. But yeah, I haven't got a fully realised side deck just yet, so I'll update this sometime in the future if I get one. And that was the deck profile. So for updates, I'm working on a new video talking about the first ever Yu-Gi-Oh! Ban list. That'll be out hopefully tomorrow. I've got a deck profile of the new Ice Barrier deck coming out soon. I'm not sure when that'll be. It depends when the player who plays it comes to locals again. I've got the next Switch Deck Scrutiny coming out soon on Spellcast Judgment. And we're also working right now on the Legacy of Darkness every card video. I'm hoping to get that out next week, but don't hold your breath on that. That could be a while yet. So that's it for this video, guys. I will see you all soon.